We managed to take a lot of time with this album to get everything that was important to us right. The way that Tony approaches vocals, they tend to be quite kind of hyper-realistic. So everything's closely mic'd. He likes to bring out the humanity in vocals. So you hear that a lot with tracks like the track with Ema Deneen. That kind of top end, the breathiness, that really has to be kind of front and center. The thing with playing any tune with vocals through MQA is the presence and the clarity is just enhanced. So if you've got a well-recorded vocal, if you've got a well-mixed track, all of those good elements sound better. Subtle little details that you wouldn't pick up even on the CD version or a 24-bit WAV, you'll hear in the MQA. I think one thing to remember with any listening format is that when the music leaves the studio, it goes through any number of processes before getting to the end listener. And what they hear is almost inevitably a degraded version of what was recorded. Something like MP3 introduces unwanted artifacts. The stereo separation on an MP3 is all over the shop. With an MQA master, you're not just getting something that hasn't been degraded, it's actually going to play back as superior to what you hear in the studio. With drum and bass, timing is everything. The very, very tight timing of MQA playback makes such a difference when it comes to percussion and drum sounds, hi-hats and things like that. The tightness and the definition of a transient, like the very beginning of each sound, is critically important. If a snare drum has a little bit of a kind of fade at the start of it, it doesn't have the punch and the hit that you need it to have. But MQA playback prevents that pre-ringing, the basically smearing at the start of a transient that you get just from a normal WAV file playback, which means that when we listen to this album played back through an MQA decoder, everything's tighter, everything's more well-defined, the timing is on the money.
Thinking about all that you went through, doing anything to numb your way to an empty space.